Hey YouTube, this video will have a couple things in it. The first one will be stuff sacks. Stuff sacks are awesome. You don't need stuff sacks for everything. You can use plastic bags for a lot of stuff. Um, you can use plastic bags for a lot of things, but one thing is they're not very durable, and although you can replace them when they get the hole in something and it gets wet, you better hope that that thing that got wet can get wet. Like for your electronics, you're going to want a decent stuff sack. For my electronics, like my phone and such, that I only use during towns to call my family and to call for pickups, it was a Sea to Summit bag. It's very durable. You can just feel it. It's rugged. It has some nice little handle thing on it that you can strap crap to. Very waterproof. That's what I use for my electronics. You don't want to put your electronics in plastic bags because they will rip, they will get ruined, and you just hope that you find the hole in it and replace it before it does get wet. I also used this Sea to Summit one. It wasn't as durable, but it still worked very well for other things. I put some clothes in there that I didn't want to get wet. Clothes I sleep in, an extra pair of socks that, like I said, you definitely want. I also used a stuff sack for my food. It just helps keep everything in there. We started using plastic bags that you get from the grocery store. They broke very, very easily, so we started using stuff sacks. My friend had this one. Not even sure how many liters it is, but it holds a lot, and it's very, very durable. He bought it from Walmart for like $3. It's a little on the heavier side, but it worked awesome for him. And I actually use another one of these for my food, and that's what fit in. Sometimes it's very tough when you're carrying a week's worth of food, like we did. It didn't fit in mine very well, but his, it fit perfect. Also, you want a stuff sack or decent plastic bag for your toilet paper. Don't want to lose that. That's a major item you need. And speaking of toilet paper, I'll throw in the toiletries in there, what you're going to need. Toiletries, you're going to need toilet paper. You're really going to want Purell. This is a must. You clean your hands every time after you go to the bathroom, no matter what. If you're just peeing or taking a crap, clean your hands. A lot of people clean their hands before eating. It's recommended. You don't want to get sick out there. It's very bad. We actually had a run-in with the norovirus when I was hiking. It lasted for maybe 2 or 3 days, but the after effects happened for maybe another week or two. You felt really shitty, you didn't want to hike. But when you got the norovirus, it hit very, very quickly, usually while you were sleeping. You have severe diarrhea and vomiting. I heard horror stories of people crapping their sleeping bags, crapping in the shelters on the way, crapping their pants, puking everywhere, puking in everything. We were actually walking towards a shelter, and we saw a sign saying, "Do not go to shelter, feces everywhere." And they were everywhere. They were all over the shelter floor. You couldn't help it. You're crapping. You can't hold it in. A lot of people got the norovirus on the trail. The CDC was actually out there testing people and seeing what was going on. So yeah, it might be a sickness when you go. Just be careful and use hand sanitizer. Toiletries also. Gonna want a toothbrush. You can buy one a travel toothbrush or take a toothbrush and just cut most of the handle off it. You don't need the whole handle. It cuts on some weight. A little thing of toothpaste. You might want to bring a few baby wipes to clean yourself because you're not going to be bathing normally. We went for 2 weeks and 5 days without bathing. I know, we are disgusting, but that's what we did. It gets gross, and the only part of my body I ever cleaned in those 2 weeks was my ass, because your ass gets dirty, it gets gross, and it starts to chafe after a while. So you really need to clean it. It's not very comfortable when you have a raw ass. So we didn't really bring any shampoos or anything. We bought them when we were in town to take showers. It's just extra weight we didn't feel the need to have. We got used to our smells. I think that's about it for toiletries and stuff sacks. Oh, and in my last video in shelters, I forgot to add that we used a hammock for the rest of we used the tent for maybe a month and then the hammock for the rest. I had a crappy, well, I shouldn't say crappy. I had a $30 Grand Trunk, and I used my buddy's Enos Rainfly. It worked awesome. It was very, very comfortable. Air pads in it aren't such a great idea. They slide around a lot. You slide off of it. Learn how to set up your hammock. Watch a lot of videos on it. I ended up buying a Hennessy ultralight backpacker hammock afterwards, and it works awesome. You don't even need straps for it. You don't need carabiners, so it cuts down on some weight. You just tie it to the tree and you're good. It also has a built-in bug net, which is a must in the warmer months. You need a bug net because those insects will keep you awake. Mosquitoes are of abundance, and black flies, they will keep you awake. You have to know with hammocks it gets a little colder. I wouldn't recommend them for the snowier months unless you have an underquilt, which are pretty expensive unless you make your own. But yeah, for warmer months, hammocks are the best in my opinion. And then once again, everything is in my opinion, and it's not fact. The hammocks are really cool because you just need two trees and you set it up. With tents, you need to find a level enough ground, and a lot of times you'll get crap under your tent poking up at you. Not very comfortable. But I just like hammocks, and that's it about added the hammock in. Talked about stacks and toiletry.